Yep.
It's just Shane Watson here from PSP Sports. I'm lucky enough to be joined by Tony Bellew. How are you, Tony?
I'm surviving. I'm doing okay, you know.
What a night of boxing.
It was an amazing night of boxing. Possibly, you know what, the best night of boxing I've ever witnessed. Dylan Whyte was involved in both of them. So the first Dylan Whyte-Chisora fight's the best fight I've ever seen live in my life, and then tonight wasn't far off. So Dylan Whyte just loves being in a fight. He's amazing, he really is. He showed tonight that technique and finesse, and you can sometimes throw it out the window, and just pure brute man strength can win the day. And he was fantastic tonight, he really was. He outmanned Joseph Parker. I've just heard he had a perforated eardrum from round, was it 2 the knockdown came in, the first knockdown, but it was a clash of heads.
Yeah.
But it done his eardrum, it was on the side of his head. But an amazing fight, take nothing away. No one should take anything away from Dylan Whyte tonight. He had to go on a roller coaster. He found a way to get through that last round, and he got the job done, mate. So fair play. And you know, my man Chisora looks like he nearly stole the show. Just come back from out of nowhere, done fantastically well, and found the punch that he needed. Just an amazing night of boxing.
I know you know Chisora very well.
Yeah.
So obviously you know him better than most people. When you saw him struggling at times in the ring, could you expect him to come back out with something like that?
It's very hard for me to watch at times, and I was looking through closed hands. But
did you expect him to pull out something like that though?
Yes, I know he's got it in him, and I know when he's got a full camp behind him, I know how dangerous he is. And he had a full camp behind him. He'd invested a fair bit of money into his camp with the sparring. And fair play to him, mate. He come good tonight.
Eddie Hearn was mentioning Deontay Wilder possibly for Del Boy. Do you think that's a good fight to be made, and do you think that could be made?
It is, but I don't want to. I don't want to see the hard fights. I mean, I do and I don't. I'd love to see him fight Dylan again, but I know they're going to go to war. He's my friend, and I didn't like seeing him in them fights tonight. I was made up when the knockout come, as you can see. I lost me nut, but I'm just happy he's safe, and I want him to remain safe. And this is a hard game, and he's always in hard fights. Even when he wins, the fights are hard. Like tonight, listen, that was hard. He was 5 or 6 rounds down. Let's be totally honest, and it was hard to watch. But he found a way.
You'd have to say that's probably one of the biggest wins of his career as well, world ranking wise.
It is the biggest win of his career.
Yeah,
without. That's the best name he's got on his record, Carlos Takam. Knocking Carlos Takam out is the best win of his career by far. Who else has he stopped or beaten in any kind of fashion like that? Best win of his career.
Do you think that Del Boy could give Deontay Wilder a very good run for his money in a heavyweight dust-up?
No, it's a very hard fight that, mate. Deontay Wilder's a dangerous boy, and when you get hit like Del Boy gets hit as frequent, then you know, with someone of the power and the wildness of Deontay Wilder, it's not going to be good. But Del can outlast virtually anyone, but that's a big ask, mate, and I don't want to see that personally. So, but I'm only thinking of my friend's safety and health. I'm being selfish.
And
I'd love to see him have his chance at greatness. I really would.
In the past, you and Dylan Whyte have had your mini Twitter spats.
Yeah, you do. You'd have spats and shit like that, but I respect him because I understand why he's doing it. He's trying to do what I was doing 5 years ago. I'm just trying to make big fights for myself and make big money. And the thing with Dylan Whyte is, what you can't knock him for, he's got what I had when I first started. You're willing to face anyone, anywhere. And I've always been like that. But when I'm messing around outside of my weight division, I've got to be selective on who I'm fighting, and I've got to be very careful. So it's all right for Dylan saying I want to fight anyone anyway because he's in the heavyweight division. He's a genuine heavyweight. I am not. I am a fat cruiserweight, and I pick and choose who and when. And I'm very fortunate that I've got that kind of advantage at my disposal.
Now, you must have been buzzing when you was watching the World Boxing Super Series final that the undisputed champion, the first name he says is yours.
Crazy, innit? Not bad for the fat scouser. He's got 4 belts around his waist, and the first name he shouts is mine, so we'll see. When I left the cruiserweight division 2 years ago, I was the best cruiserweight in the world, hands down. I don't care what anybody says. And it's quite obvious he believes that too, because that's why he's called my name first, because as I left, he started his rise to the top.
If you could think of 3 names that you would like to fight in your next fight, like a shortlist, who would they be?
Alexander Usyk, Tyson Fury, Andre Ward.
Do you believe any of them are very possible to be made?
I think they're all possible. I don't think Tyson Fury wants to fight me. I think Alexander Usyk does. And I think Andre Ward does, but he's got a few outside issues and factors going on at the minute that don't allow him to commit to something. So We'll see.
Tyson Fury recently said Brits are embarrassing us at the moment because they're getting scared of Deontay Wilder, and he said he was willing to just go over there and fight him whenever he wants. What's your thoughts on that?
It's one thing saying it, it's another thing doing it. Remember, everyone laughed at me for fighting David Hay, said I'd get knocked out and comatose in 2 rounds. Look what happened then. The rest is history. It's one thing saying it, it's another thing doing it. I told the world I'd retire David Hay and I'd done it. I told the world I'd become world champion and I'd done it. He's saying he'll go to America and fight Deontay Wilder. Okay, go and do it. I wish you the best of luck, hope you do. I only support him.
Do you think Tyson Fury can get back to the Tyson Fury that beat Klitschko at all?
I'd like to hope and believe. Do I think he will? I'm sceptical. I think he needs the right kind of focus, and I think he needs the, I don't know the word I'm looking for, impetus on his team. He needs a leader. He needs a shepherd. He doesn't need sheep. You know, he's someone who's strong-minded and strong-willed in his own belief in whatever he does. And someone like that, a lion cannot be led by a dog. A lion must be led by a lion tamer. And that's what he needs. He's a lion, and he needs to be led by the appropriate men.
Do you think he would be really missing Peter Fury in his corner?
Not necessarily just Peter Fury. I think it's the whole setup that he's had. So I don't know what it is, but I think he's a brilliant fighter. I think he's an outstanding at what he does. But I think they combined a style and a formula, him and his uncle, and I think that style and formula was very hard to beat. And I think it's going to be very hard to get back to the place where he once was. Very, very hard. You can't abuse your body for 2 years and then expect to come back after abusing your body and expect it to be the same. If you abuse your body, it will fail you when you need it most, believe you me. I've seen it happen with so many fighters. So, you know, you can look great on the surface, but the reality of things is, if you don't live the life, it will show in the end.
No, of course. Well, thanks for talking to PSP Sports today, Tony. It's been great to have you on.
Getting late.
Yeah, I'll leave you to it if you want to go back to the hotel.
Just gracias.
Thanks and take care, Tony.